Fun fact, IOTA was actually one of the first cryptocurrencies that I have ever bought. And we could see right now that IOTA has been making moves, especially yesterday, guys. IOTA pumped over 7% yesterday, which is obviously pretty big move right here. And of course, in the past 3 days, IOTA is up 30%. Now, IOTA is here to make it the Internet of Things. It's here to stay. I think it's going to be massive in the next bull market, despite sleeping in the last bear market or in the last bull market. We know that the all-time high right here for IOTA is sitting at $5, $6. It peaked pretty darn high. The last bull market was a little bit disappointing for IOTA, peaking at only $2.34. We could see right here that IOTA, the price is sitting right under 25 cents. So obviously, if you're looking right here back to the all-time high, back at $2, you could be expecting under 10x, which is pretty decent in my opinion, but it's still some money. So having a look at the crypto bubbles real quick, we can see right here that in the past week, things have been a little bit shaky. In the past day, 24 hours, we know that $5.8 billion worth of crypto were expired today on options, obviously. And we could see right here in the past 24 hours, things have been looking pretty juicy. But really what I should say is in the past 3 to 4 hours, things have been pumping. We got sats up 22%. Bitcoin has been making moves, trying to attempt and break $42,000 right here. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin in just a second, because we know Bitcoin's king, Bitcoin's the leader. But we could see right here, we got OP, we got AKT, and we got OKB. A bunch of these cryptos are pretty much making some decent moves right here. BNB is up. Everything is pretty much in green. Things are looking fantastic. If we have a look right here, the volume, Bitcoin is sitting at 41,387, attempting, like I said a few seconds ago, to break $42,000. So that is what's happening right now with Bitcoin, up 3.4%. Things are looking pretty juicy overall. Let's have a look and dive into Bitcoin real quick before we have a look at IOTA. We could see right here that Bitcoin on the daily time frame is looking very bullish. This is known as a bullish engulfing candle. It seems like we did have the inverse Bart Simpson pattern, of course. And of course, if we have a look right here at this resistance, this is a very crucial resistance on Bitcoin, because if we have a look right here, we got rejected multiple times at these levels, and we know these levels usually flip bearish. Okay, when we fall below a support, that support usually becomes resistance, which is a bearish level. When we go above it, above a support or resistance, that resistance usually flips to a support region. So what happened right here? We flipped above it, came back down, boom, exploded. Things were all good, said and done. So that's what's happening right now for Bitcoin. The big ultimate test is, will Bitcoin essentially close above this region right here? Will Bitcoin actually close, or are we going to see a massive rejection or a closure at the resistance? Because if we say closure at the resistance, you could expect a nice little return or reversal at weekend. So obviously this is the pattern to essentially watch right here on Bitcoin. I guess you can say that we did break this nice little resistance or trend line on BTC. I don't really know if you would call this a downwards trend line though, but that's what's happening right now for Bitcoin. Things are looking pretty juicy. We're gonna have to see what happens if we have a look at IOTA. Going back into IOTA real quick, we could see that IOTA is currently sitting at $2. What $2? 10x minus that, I guess you should say, at 2.4 cents, right under 25 cents, sitting at a markup of $765 million. 24-hour traded volume is sitting at $58 million, which is quite low in my opinion, considering the market cap is right below $1 billion right here. Fully dilution is 1.3. The circling supply, I'm actually very surprised it has increased. I remember circling supply for IOTA was 2,600 million, and now it's sitting at 3,100,000 or 3,100 million, sorry. And this can explain why this thing has been dumping, because I thought that IOTA can't really mine. IOTA is a block DAG, guys, for those of you guys who don't know. So kind of like, Kaspa, sort of like Kadena, kind of like that, Terra. I would probably compare IOTA in those regions. So obviously it is not essentially a blockchain, and that's about it. You guys can go ahead and check the IOTA website. It's pretty clean. It seems like you are entering the future and whatnot. So you could actually start developing with IOTA. Things are looking pretty cute right here. If we have a look at the 1 year time frame, this thing has been obviously pretty bullish, peaking at 14 cents, going to an all-time high in the past year at 32 cents. Obviously the max has been looking very ugly. It seems like IOTA is not making any sort of comeback, any sort of returns whatsoever. But these are my analysis for IOTA. You could buy on Binance, you could buy on BingX, you could buy on pretty much all these exchanges out there. And that's about it. So that is my video, guys, on IOTA. Things are looking pretty good, but not at the same time. If you guys do like this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like.